It was a quiet Saturday morning when my wife screamed from the driveway. I bolted outside and saw her convertible, a cherry-red beauty she had saved up for years, gone. She stood there shaking, holding the ripped remains of the soft top. Someone took it. It was right here. I scanned the street and caught sight of tire tracks streaking away from our house. Rubber burned into the asphalt. Then, just as I was about to call the sheriff, I heard laughter echoing down the block. And there he was. HOA Karen's spoiled teenage son, Tyler, cruised past in my wife's car, blasting music, revving the engine like he'd just won the Indy 500. His friends were hanging out the sides, filming on their phones, shouting, "Woo! Free ride!" My jaw clenched. Tyler pulled up in front of his mother's house and leapt out, tossing the keys in the air like a trophy. "What the hell are you doing?" I barked, storming toward him. He smirked. "Relax, old man. Community property. The HOA says cars parked in driveways overnight can be considered abandoned." I froze for a moment, stunned. That was the dumbest excuse I had ever heard. That's not a law. That's theft. Karen herself came rushing out of the house, pearls rattling on her neck, clutching her ever-present clipboard. "Don't you dare raise your voice at my son," she screeched. "He has every right to take what's left unattended in this neighborhood." "It wasn't unattended," I snapped. "It was locked in my driveway." Karen sniffed. "Then maybe you should have parked it in the garage. HOA rules are clear. If it's visible, it's vulnerable." My wife was in tears by then, begging Tyler to return the car. But before anything else could happen, we all heard it. The screech of tires, the crunch of metal. We sprinted down the street. Half a block away, my wife's convertible was wrapped around a stop sign. The hood was crushed, the windshield shattered, airbags deployed. Tyler stood there dazed, blood on his lip, phone still in his hand where he'd been recording the whole joyride. His friends scattered like cockroaches, leaving him alone. Karen shrieked and ran to him, ignoring the totaled car. "Baby, are you okay?" I walked up slowly, my hands shaking with rage. "You just destroyed my wife's car." Karen whirled on me, eyes blazing. "How dare you blame my son for this? If your wife didn't flaunt such a flashy toy, he wouldn't have been tempted. This is your fault." I almost couldn't believe what I was hearing, but it got worse. 2 days later, I was served with papers. A lawsuit. Karen and her son were suing us, claiming negligence, emotional distress, and even unsafe property conditions for allegedly leaving a temptation in plain sight. My wife was livid. She stole our car, her son crashed it, and now we're getting sued? "Oh, we're not just fighting this," I said, holding up the papers. "We're going to bury them." Court day came fast. Karen strutted in like she owned the place, Tyler limping behind her with a fake neck brace and oversized sunglasses. She handed the judge a binder of HOA regulations, as if it were the Constitution. "Your Honor," she said smugly, "the community's covenant states that vehicles must be properly secured and out of sight. The defendant's failure to comply led directly to my son's suffering. He is traumatized, injured, and humiliated." The judge raised an eyebrow. "Humiliated? He was seen speeding with friends, correct?" Karen faltered but quickly recovered. "Boys will be boys. The real crime is flaunting wealth irresponsibly." That's when my attorney stood, calm, collected, and armed to the teeth with evidence. We played the video, Tyler's own recording, posted online before he deleted it. There he was, laughing, bragging, screaming, "Let's see how fast this thing goes." Moments before the crash, the courtroom went silent. Then we presented the deed, proving my property was not HOA jurisdiction. Their rules had no authority over me. Finally, we unveiled the kicker. Karen's insurance had already denied her claim, citing that Tyler had committed grand theft auto. The judge leaned back in his chair, shaking his head. "Mrs. Thompson, your son stole their car, destroyed it, and endangered the entire neighborhood. This case is dismissed with prejudice. Furthermore, I'm recommending charges for auto theft and reckless endangerment." Karen's face drained of color. Tyler's jaw dropped. The fallout was beautiful. Tyler's record now carried criminal charges. His dreams of college ball, gone. His influencer career, dead. Nobody wanted to sponsor a thief. Karen tried to appeal, but the county slapped her with fines so steep she had to sell her second car just to keep up. Meanwhile, our insurance paid for a replacement, a brand new convertible even better than the last. The first time my wife drove it home, she parked right in the driveway, top down, gleaming in the sun. She waved at Karen, who stood on her porch glaring, teeth clenched. And just to twist the knife, I hung a sign above the driveway that read, "Private property, not HOA jurisdiction." Karen hasn't said a word since.